Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
We're running out of space, such a crowded place, won't make it out alive. This world is getting strange, things are gonna change for you and I. We're running out of space, it's such a crowded place, won't make it out alive. This world is getting strange, things are gonna change for you and I.
Alrighty, let's do this.
Lekker.
Hi, Steve.
Hello, Dawn.
Welcome to the Diverse Creative
Thank you very much,
Podcast.
and thank you very much for having me.
It's a pleasure, and we're here at Splashy Fen.
Yeah, well?
You are quite a regular fixture at Splashy Fen.
Yeah, it seems so.
As am I, so I
Yeah, you can
share
relate.
character,
Yeah.
totally. And like, what brings you back year after year?
I mean, I feel like you would know that Splashy is just, it's a family, it's a community. And I mean, when you're here driving into Underberg, getting your pass, there's just a feeling about just your home, you know. And it's something intangible and inexplicable, but it's a feeling that I can't seem to shake, and I've now roped in my wife, my mother, and my 9-month-old baby, and we came down, and actually I roped my mum in for the first time in 2023. She's come every single year since, and it's just that thing where when you add Splashy, it's just it's the most amazing place, and I wouldn't miss it. Even if I wasn't performing it, I'd be.
That's one of the things I love, that this is a family festival. Literally, I mean, I've had my kids here since they were 7 weeks old, and they're now 4, and they've done 5 splashies. This is their first.
That is proper.
You know,
what number splash is this for you?
10.
Nice. So you've been going to Splashy a third as long as it's been around.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Basically, I've been part of the DNA that makes up at least a chunk of this festival for a long time. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
And I got to catch your set last night, which was fan-flippantastic.
Thank
You had
you
the
very
crowd.
much.
I saw you had a relationship with the Pink Unicorn.
Pink Unicorn and I go way back. No, Pink Unicorn rocked up at the show last night, and Pink Unicorn deserved some stage time.
Total.
Yeah.
Props to the Pink Unicorn.
Props to
And I know last year, like, you jumped on some creature down at the river stage.
They had I think it was actually the year before, but someone always manages to bring something weird and wonderful. But
they bring your stage props to you.
Yeah, I mean it seems to have become a thing. But in 2024 there was an inflatable multicolored rhino.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, and
the
then
photos were spectacular.
It was a lot of fun. I had actually. This is the thing about Splashy is it's kind of like my benchmark event for growth in my like the stage performance, whatever the case is, and I want to make it better every year. So Splashy is that, but then it's also kind of strangely and very naturally become a benchmark for life events for me, for milestones, because my wife and I got married 2 years ago. The day that Splashy started, so on the Thursday we got married, and Friday we drove down with about 40 people from the wedding.
That is epic.
Yeah, so that was that day when on the multicolored rhino was basically our buddy moon. It was the first day of our buddy moon.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it was basically the entire wedding party, and I mean the people who owned the rhino that rocked up there, they got under the rhino and they marched me around
on a giant inflatable rhino.
Yeah. So yeah.
And I have to say, I mean, like, as far as stage performance goes,
yeah,
you get in the crowd.
I want to be a part of it. I want to be, you know what I mean? Like
that. You had everyone like. Sort of doing like a let's go around the stage last night.
It's called
the Pink Unicorn.
As we call in the business, the pink uni conga. That's what
the pink uni conga.
Yeah, that's
you should all do it at least once in your life.
Of course, it's standard practice, a rite of passage, for the entertainment industry.
But it does make a really amazing crowd experience, and I assume it gains and garners you a lot of fans along the way, because people feel like you're one with them, they're one with you, and that's the
thing, and I think the entire purpose behind this project in the first place was to promote more love, to promote more inclusion. connection, you know, and I hope that sort of that translates, and I think I see it, you know, from the stage. People that are, you know, just on the outskirts, you know, the weird and wonderful people that of which I am definitely one. Yeah, that hesitant on the outskirts, but the point of the project is to just bring everybody together, you know. So if I've achieved that for at least a handful of people during the show, then that's beautiful for me.
It is a really amazing and spectacular stage performance that you put on each year.
Thank you very much.
It's wonderful to see.
I appreciate that.
Because I think that it's always really inspiring to see musicians perform and watch how each one handles it differently, you know.
Sure.
And, like, some people sort of just like they're there to run through the music,
which
and
is cool, you know. That's
want to tell you the stories,
that's the thing.
which is a bit of my vibe. I'm like a yada yada.
Yeah. I do my best not to yap, but my wife keeps on telling me, "It's gotta yap less, man. Gotta yap less." But I like yapping. I don't know.
It's also a really nice thing. People, I think, feel like they know you through your stories and your music.
Yeah.
You know? And you have a very sunny disposition, which translates in your music.
Thank you.
You can hear it, right?
Yeah.
And you are the epitome of quite an extravagant one-man band.
Extravagant. Thank you. I will take that adjective. That means a lot. I think I want to make it as full as possible. You know, I want to try and. The Splashy was actually the first time I ever did this project.
Thank God for looping pedals.
Well, this is back in the day. It was just like I had like this tiny like one-track little looper. And you know, it was kind of it was born out of necessity initially. Anyways, it was just like, okay, well, look, there's this festival, and I don't have any bandmates with me. I mean, I played in bands historically throughout my life, but I was writing songs, and I was like, I don't really have enough time to put a band together, so I'm just going to kind of string it together myself. And that was in 2019 where I did this project for the first time on the acoustic stage. I keep on pointing that way, camera. That you could just take my word for it, the acoustic stage is there.
It's behind us.
It's behind us, yeah. So and then it just kind of grew from there. It landed that year, and and then it sort of grows. But like I was talking about earlier, the progression. Every year I want to try and make it bigger. I want to try and make it better. I want to try and like include more instruments, include more people on stage if I can, include more people from the audience. You know, so and as I said, Splashy is kind of like as each year progresses, try and make it bigger, and I hope that kind of translates in a way. Yeah.
I mean, I think it is quite a thing that Splashy has in its own way then transformed how you are or what you're like as a musician and what your act is like.
And I think the environment lends itself to an atmosphere of love, an atmosphere of inclusion. You know, people here, and I think that's also to answer your first question. But circle back. Sorry, I just came off stage, so my brain is all over the place.
It's okay, and he's used to looping, so let's
let's keep. The environment here is just so loving. It's so welcoming, and it's like everybody just has this sort of air of wanting to be your mate, you know, and it feels good. It feels, and that's the thing is that, like, you know, like we live in crazy times. We live in mad mental times in this world where, you know, bombs are going off and war's happening, and it's like if we can just sort of permeate this feeling and this idea of love more and more, and hope, and hope, and exactly 100%, and just let's live in this 45 minutes. Let's be excited. Let's be elated. You know. And let's just keep on spreading that. Just and beyond the 45 minutes, then just pass it on. You know, that's kind of like. I'm a hopeless romantic, obviously, and a dreamer and a creative and an artist, whatever. But it feels like this is the vessel, you know. It's like a space like Splashy is the vessel to spread love, and then beyond the walls of Splashy, carry it on, you know?
And I mean, there is an idea of collective consciousness, and that the vibration of what you do ripples through on a much larger scale.
Right, yeah.
And that there's like a tipping point in numbers where, you know, you're speaking to a couple of thousand people. Yeah. That is quite a powerful, impactful thing.
Yeah. The
platform's big. Psyche, right?
Exactly,
it is a big platform, yeah.
The platform, and the platform's important. You know, and I think you know, when given an opportunity like this, if you do have a message, and hopefully it's one of sort of positive gain, you know, is spread it. Yeah. This is your time to spread it. You know, go. And I think you know, as I walk around here, I see so many artists that have that in them. They're just like I have all this love. I want you to have it as well. Like, and just carry on giving it. You know, there's no price on that.
No, absolutely not. And I think it's certainly a part of what we do as artists. Like our role, part of our role as artists in the community is to hold that space and
100%.
be able to share that continuously over and over and over again.
Couldn't agree more.
Now going back to you with your one-man band vibe, like I know starting out what it's like as a solo performer, trying to fill that sound space.
Yeah.
And in your head, you can often hear all the bits and pieces you'd like to chuck in there.
Yes, yeah.
But the ability to do it is often not something that every musician has the capacity for.
Sure.
Right? You know,
Time.
looping pedals or not.
Right. Okay, yeah.
So I watched you on the guitar, on the drums, on doing vocals. Tell me about the diversity of the instruments that you play.
Sure. Drums was my first love. I've been playing it since I was about 8. Since I was about 8. And I sort of did it through my varsity career, and professionally after that, playing for like cruise ships and theatres and whatever the case is. So drums is where I feel most comfortable when it comes to instrumentation. Then it was actually on the cruise ships that I played guitar little bits here and there and sang little bits here and there. My family's very musical, so it's always been around. So on the cruise ships, funny story, I was playing drums, and respect to cruise ship musicians. Honestly, it's a great career path if you can stick it out, because
it must be intense.
The work itself is not so intense as much as it is sort of mentally taxing. I felt for me, anyways. You know, my personal experience is that once I was playing Frank Sinatra like 5 times a week, and I just and again, Frank Sinatra great, but it's just like you do something so monotonously for so long, it eventually kind of the novelty wears off.
Yeah.
And as a bit of an outlet, I started playing like pub gigs in the crew bar.
Okay.
For my fellow crew members, and they like paid me in beer, and it was a job. It was just like everybody was like, you know, because everybody needs a little steam after a long day of work, and the cruise ships is a long day of work.
Beer and pizza.
Exactly, yeah, and that was it in the crew bar. There's pizza and there's beer flowing and whatever the case is.
Beer and pizza.
And I looked at this environment and I was just like, this is way more fun than being Frank Sinatra in my little like suit, you know, whatever. So then after that, I applied for a course in Spain. And I got that, and I moved there, and then while I was there, I sort of started writing very sort of African-esque tunes.
It's funny how being away from home brings
right?
out that,
it does.
that
it
desire
really
for
did.
home flavors
Yeah,
in everything.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it was like this yearning. So yeah, like playing these tunes, and I was like, okay, there might be something in this, you know. And this was now in 2017 is when I left Spain. Came back and I started putting things together, and then I eventually bought a loop station, and then I got the invite for Splashy, and it sort of happened naturally. So long story short is, you know, drums kind of led me to starting to play guitar and singing more confidently, and then I've never been like trained, and the drums I was trained in, but not in guitar and vocals, so I never felt confident. But then playing it more and more in this pub environment, I was like, okay, well, this is like people are responding to this, so then I got the loop station, and I started just putting it all together. So it was drums, guitar, and vocals was kind of the first thing, and then I got a little pedal that allowed me to play bass, and then I don't know, like a cowbell and flipping whatever, like kazoo and ukulele, you name it. I just then it starts to kind of snowball.
It spirals at a point.
Yeah, and then you're just like, I can loop anything. You can put anything in here, you know. Yeah, so that was kind of the progression of it. But I'd say definitely when I'm on stage, when I have those sticks in my hand, that's when I'm like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? But the singing and guitaring, love it, and the fact that like also the loop station can just go. You know, Past Steve is now recorded on that little device over there. Yeah, and then we can do a conga line. Let's go this pink unicorn. Why not? You know, like and someone's got a hula loop, someone's got an inflatable rhino, whatever. Let's go. So and then you just kind of feel it out. But yeah, that's progression. I yapped there for a very long time, so please.
No, yapping is kind of what this is about. It's like my podcasts are never really like a planned thing, so much as it is a conversation between like-minded people.
Beautiful.
Right?
Love that.
And so it allows me to kind of flow with the conversation as it gets directed by whatever comes up, which I think is a beautiful way to go about it.
100%.
And it keeps it kind of more natural and organic.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah.
So your songwriting, in Spain. You're feeling all these African vibes. You're missing home.
Yeah.
And I've never been in Spain, but I was in the UK feeling much the same kind of experience.
Interesting,
So there's longing for the smell of like rain on dirt roads.
Yes, yeah, and the bush and the
Man, the things that like you love about home.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I also came home and just like was churning out these very like Muscandi kind of vibes.
Love.
And my music didn't stay there. It journeyed off into Celtic folk, Nordic style folk, like
Very cool.
very weird and wonderful stuff.
Very cool. That's so interesting.
Yeah. So I can't really even tie it down anymore. It fluxes between
It goes wherever it wants. Yeah. That's
whatever.
awesome. I love that so much.
But tell me a bit about your songwriting process. Like, what in general is your process? If there is such a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it differs from song to song and project to project. But I think for Stephen Umculo, it's always been about groove. It's always been about like what shakes my tail, you know. And then from there, if there's a rhythmic aspect to what I'm doing, sort of start to piece things together. So, you know, for a lot of the stuff that I do on stage, it's exactly that. It's kind of like, okay, let's create a groove on the guitar and see where this kick drum pattern or with this whatever pattern takes us. And then, okay, cool, we got that down. This bass line sounds quite cool. Layer it on top. Background vocals. This harmony sounds quite cool, whatever. And then it's sort of pieced together like that. I mean, I'd probably scrap about 90% of the loops that I put together, to be perfectly honest. You know, if I'm in rehearsal and I'm feeling something, you probably know this, Dawn, is you know, you're writing one song and you're like, yeah, this song is amazing. I'm incredible.
When you're at home,
I'm on fire right now.
Like,
yeah,
this is the best thing ever.
And
I love
then
it.
the next day you listen to it, you're like, what?
Or you get on
going
stage
through
and
my
play it
mind.
for the first time,
Yes.
and it just goes,
Yeah, and then you just kind of
Like,
look
that
around.
felt so flat.
How did I think that was a good idea? So that's, I mean, like 90% of it. But then you know, then the 10% it lands, and then you're just like, I think it might be something here. And then, like you say, you take it to the audience, and then you're just like,
And do
you guys enjoying this?
Yeah.
You guys happy?
And do you feel like that audience interaction changes a song?
Oh yeah, every time. Because then also the thing is that what the cool thing about looping is that, like, you know, you can loop people in. Yeah.
Nice.
So now all of a sudden you have bandmates. You know, you're like they don't know. It's,
Your fan mates.
yeah, fan mates. I love that. Yeah. You bring them in, and then they make a weird sound. It might be a bird cawing, or like, you know. It's just
And you're like, cool, we'll keep you.
And get in here, loop it in, you know. So and then it starts to evolve, and then actually like that kind of also dictates. You're like, okay, well actually that person was just saying gibberish, but that gibberish was rhythmically quite cool. So you know, like maybe there's something in there. Sort of piece that together. So the initial sort of draft of what I present to people is always just kind of just like a baseline for what it could eventually become.
Yeah, this is the framework of my idea.
Exactly,
and we'll fill it when we get there.
Yeah, and I've loved to see over the years how weird people can be when given a microphone and a spotlight. You know, people a lot of the time will shy away, and it's like, okay, that's cool, that's your vibe, but I'm sorry to put you on the spotlight, but occasionally you get someone who comes in there just guns blazing, and it's just like, yes, here's my voice, and you're just like, that is a weird voice, but it's lovely. That's it, you know what I mean?
We'll keep it.
Yeah.
That is spectacular. And I don't think, I mean, I know most musicians, it's band practice, working out the timing and the tempo and what we're doing and who's coming in where the pauses are, and it's so structured, where it sounds to me like you come to a stage with a lot more freedom.
It can be free, which is cool, you know. And I think, look, there's a baseline of what's, you know, if I feel like the energy is dipping, I'm just like, because, you know, at the end of the day, we want to be together. So we're together.
You're
if you guys
kind
aren't
of
feeling it,
curating the vibe.
if you guys aren't feeling it, cool. Scrap it. If you're doing something that I know will bring the energy back. You know, like try it and test it. Cool. And then we're back in this kind of thing. But absolutely, it's a process, and it's like it's malleable, you know. And that's what I love about having the loop station and the freedom to go like, okay, start whenever I want, whatever the case is, because now you and me, audience member, we can have a conversation. You know, how you doing? Are you enjoying? I mean, not actually like you know saying this, but like sort of with our energy, it's kind of like, what's going on? You know, are we in it together, or are we not digging this kind of thing?
I mean, the reality of it is that I've seen a lot of people lose pride over the years.
Sure.
And
you are using this in a much more dynamic way
Thank you.
than a lot of people who loop.
I appreciate
A
that.
lot of people will loop in order to include as many different instrumental parts and vocal parts as they feel the song requires. But you're using it for audience interaction in a way that I haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah, well, I appreciate that. Thank
I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
that's cool. That is one of the coolest things I've seen done with a loop station.
Thank you. And
Just give it
I suppose I never intended for it to be like a commanding. The intention behind it is always just like what can we do together? What is possible for you? We got 1,000 people in this room. What can we all do together right now? And even if it's just if it's dancing, cool. If it's singing something, cool. If it's clapping our hands, cool. If it's stomping our feet, cool. What can we all do musically right now together that'll make us happy? You know what I mean? That's kind of
It is a really amazing thing because I know as a musician, many of us want that crowd interaction.
Sure.
But don't quite know how to access it.
Sure, I get that. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And maybe it's because we come in with structure and we know that structure. They don't know that structure, you know? Unless you're playing a very familiar cover that everybody knows, they don't know that structure.
Yeah.
And so you've got to come in with very simple things that you can teach on the fly.
Yes.
And hope people are brave enough to try.
Well, that's
right?
and you'd be surprised how many people are. This is the thing, is that I think there's something about the environment that just lends itself to bringing out like a performer in someone, where maybe in any other environment they wouldn't be, but they're there in the center. So cool, here's a cowbell. Have a whack. Just have a go. See what happens. And we'll figure out the rest later. Don't worry about it. Just go for it. There's something like quite beautiful in seeing this moment where someone's like, I've never held a drumstick or a cowbell before, but here we go. Exactly. And then it's like, yeah. And then the best part is going. Everybody, it's Michelle on the cowbell, and it's like, yeah, Michelle. She's like, I have no idea what's going on. So
It's like the Kid in Grey one with the triangle.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but Michelle now is just like she's a professional bloody cowbell player. It's like all of a sudden we have a musician on our hands. Let's go, Michelle. So that moment for me is also it's so beautiful, and it's I must say, like I consider myself very lucky just because. Blessed, very blessed. So I get to do this. I get to see these moments in people where maybe otherwise they wouldn't have approached another group of people. They wouldn't have. And I get to be a part of that. It's very special.
And it's a huge memory-making moment for a lot of people, I think, to have those interactions and be pushed out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And to feel so invited to do it and do it willingly.
Yeah, and that's
a wonderful thing.
Man, props to everybody who's
done something.
Brave was stupid enough to come and join me on
Drunk.
or drunk, yeah.
I mean, that's always an option.
That's
Just
always
drunk
an
enough.
option, yeah.
But I think that, the really powerful thing is audience connection.
Sure.
When you're at a festival, especially, obviously. Aside from Splashy Fair, where can people find your music? Do you have recorded music out there?
Plenty, yeah. No, it's all on Spotify and Instagram and TikTok, whatever. But I'd love to meet people. So I'd say check out on online stuff, of course. Like that's But if there's an opportunity for you to come and jump up on the stage and work a cowbell, I want you there. That's what I'd say.
You are wanted. You want to.
You are wanted. But in order to find me, sure, go through the channels and let's meet.
And obviously, if they're trying to find your shows, so they can now have their moment with the cowbell.
Yes, the cowbell is the most important thing. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Then following you on social media,
it's all there. Yeah.
It's all there, so they can stay updated with where you're playing, when you're playing. Do you tour around a lot?
I do.
Largely here in KZN?
I play a lot in KZN, but I'm actually a Joburg boy, born and bred.
Right.
Still there. So yeah, I mean, I play a lot of shows in Joburg, a lot of private stuff, but a lot of shows in Joburg, a lot of stuff in KZN, I mean, I don't know how many like regulars. I can't say see me on every last Sunday of the month. But like I play all over the show. So yeah, on Instagram you'll find the shows. I'll be there.
Amazing. And from an international perspective, for my audience who is out of South Africa.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Got any people in Iceland?
Actually, yes.
You do? You have some people in Iceland? Let's go!
Iceland is like, it's like legit. Dude.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yuka, dude, maybe we can get him to
Yuka.
Finland as well. Like, that would be great.
Let's go Finland.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
also an amazing musician. Maybe I should hook you guys up and he can whack a cowbell for you too.
Yeah, again, okay. I'll be privileged to have you on the cover. Yeah.
Okay, so if you now do you tour out of the country? Is it something you're planning?
I
something
did.
you wish you could do?
Yeah, look, I wish I could do a lot more of it. And now we have our baby boy, 9 months old. It obviously becomes more.
Definitely adds to that challenge.
There's sort of hoops that I mean, not even hoops because I mean it's just the best thing in the world. But yeah, I mean I have in the past. I would like to again to be confirmed. But yeah, that's what I'd say.
For future days.
For future
Yeah.
days, well.
I think it's a nice thing actually to be able to take a bit of a
Time out, especially now, and hang here in South Africa on our sunny soils and enjoy being a dad.
Oh, it's the best thing in the world.
Good luck.
It is the best. Thank you very much.
It is the best thing in the world, and I know that music is one of the most powerful things actually for children too, from my own experiences.
That's like kids. That's why. Like if there's a kid who's front and center and wants to get stuck in, I'm like, dude, get on that cowbell. Yeah, like go.
Bring the next
I
generation up.
love the energy from kids. So yeah, kids are always welcome. Always welcome.
That's amazing. Steve, thank you so much.
Thank you, boys. It's been lovely.
It's been amazing.
I
So
appreciate
Steve Umculo, everybody.
Thank you.
And please do check him out online. He's just sunshine all around.
Until next time.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Lord.